Hi guys, I'm Jamie the Spirit Coach and I am here to give you guys a general reading. Welcome Sagittarius. This message is going to be for you. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest, guys, as this may or may not be for you at this time. Do feel free to check out your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign though, as there may be other messages in one of those readings for you there. Okay, special announcement, guys. We are now over on Patreon. I am doing extended readings over there and other exclusive content. So if you're interested in joining that community, you can look in the description box below where you will find the link to the Patreon. Okay, so at the end of this reading, if you wanted to, there will be an extended reading after this one over there. Okay, guys. Also, feel free to hit that like button, give me a follow if you haven't already, or comment down below how the reading is resonating. I love getting that feedback from you guys. All right, so Sagittarius, for this round of readings, we are looking at your hero's journey. And everybody's reading has come out a little bit different, right? Sometimes I'm getting timelines of like your story growing up. Some readings are giving me like circumstances for right here, right now to get you through something, or letting you know of something that's coming up in the future, right? So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled your cards, Sagittarius, so I've got them out so we can save on some time and jump right in here. So your first card, I am considering this first card to be your hero within, right? If we are walking this path to enlightenment, this spiritual path, this self-healing journey, then we are meeting up with a hero within us, right? We're becoming the hero over our own lives, right? Saving ourselves, healing ourselves. So for your first message, we have here collaborative dreaming. And this is from the Sacred Rebels Oracle. And I'm going to read from the book for this particular card, but I'm just giving you a moment to kind of look at it, take in the imagery. It doesn't matter, you know, if it's male, female, exactly what's being depicted back to you. Gender does not matter here. This is just an archetypal energy, right? Okay, so collaborative dreaming. Obviously, the first thing that comes to mind is working with others, right? So I don't know if your hero within you is pulling you towards working with other people on collaborative projects or in your family or whatnot, or if it's trying to get you to open up to the advice of others maybe, or something like that, because there are, like, even though this looks like it's the same person on this card, there's three of them, and they're like facing different directions, they're in different positions, right? So it could be like seeing different perspectives of others. I'm noticing like there's a, like her third eye chakra has this symbol here, her heart chakra has a symbol here, her throat chakra has this here. So it's like combining like the attributes of others, like their gifts, you know, like how we each operate differently in the world, right? Some of us are strong intuitors and we see visions, or, you know, we can see things before they happen, and we're, you know, good at like paying attention to detail, or like seeing many different things, being analytical. Others of us are good at operating from our heart, right? And following those gut calls and those pushes that lead from that place of love. And then there's others of us that are good at speaking, right? Speaking out truth, things like that. So I feel like it's got something to do with you, like really working with others to create some type of big overall dream, right? Okay, so that's my intuitive message there. All right, Sagittarius. So I'm going to read from the book on this, and then we will get into the tarot messages and kind of see what the storyline is looking like here, what's going on for you. Collaborative dreaming. This one is pretty lengthy, I can already tell. So bear with me as I read through, but we'll get through it pretty quick. So your heart is big enough to dream not only for yourself, but for a new humanity. Imagine a world that is healed with respect, understanding, and with community that fosters life. Even your dreams that relate to you alone will contribute positively to the greater good because that is the nature of your heart. Your heart naturally and intelligently cooperates in a grand scheme of loving creativity, working to heal the hearts of the world. The heart creates win-win situations that benefit the individual and the collective. You are being asked to honor your growing desire to co-create with conscious, like-minded people. Your collaborative dreaming is a heart-inspired win-win, bringing mutual enhancement to yourself and others. The heart wants to love and be loved, and working with others creatively is a way to allow the heart to grow. It is a chance for you to learn how to honor yourself and others and to find ways to live and let live. Simply by growing and strengthening your active trust in your heart's guidance, you're asked to bear the rough patches that can happen when you work creatively with others. Ideas might clash, and there can be friction, particularly if you have different ideas or different ways of working. Sometimes big dreams need more fire to ignite them into reality. More fire might require more friction along the creative path. It is not meant to be a permanent condition, just an aspect of the creative process from which you can learn something useful, if you wish. Your guidance is to embrace any experiences of friction or tension within yourself or as you work with another, with compassion, detachment, and tolerance. Creative endeavors, particularly involving groups, can bring up unresolved issues about being valued, heard, or capable. They can also trigger disputes about taking responsibility or inflame insecurities about being cast into unfamiliar roles of leadership or having to follow. This might happen for you, for others, or for all involved. The stronger the creative energy that flows, the more likely that triggering will take place. It is the nature of creative energy to move in all directions. It doesn't just want to grow one project. Everything that comes in contact with it will grow. That means that the art and the artist are in the process of creation. This can be smooth, but it's more likely to be rough sailing, at least at times. This is not a sign that something isn't working. It's far from that. It is more usually a sign that growth is happening and you are feeling the growing pains. This oracle is guiding you to stay in your integrity, honor what you feel, and remember why you chose to open up to a group endeavors in the first place, especially if the group involvement becomes complex or challenging. Call on unconditional love each day and evening. It only takes a moment to do. I call upon unconditional love. Please help guide me in this project. You're going through this experience, or will be in the near future, because you are part of a new creative learning program for humanity. This learning program is taking place at a spiritual level, and it requires highly individualistic and creative people to learn to work with each other without compromising who they are, in order to reach a common creative goal. It is wonderful, and it is important and challenging, creative, spiritual work. You need a strong sense of self to be able to engage in this process and not lose your voice during the journey. You need a strong enough sense of self to be flexible and know when to bend rather than break. You have to intuit what is going to be good, heart-inspired sacrifice for the greater good, and when you will need to stay true to your own voice for the greater good. Only the heart can guide you on those matters, and others may not always agree with your instincts, and vice versa. That is part of the challenge of staying present so that the friction created can be channeled into creative energy rather than lost in emotional turmoil. Please remember that what really matters is that you hear your own voice. Others may or may not be able to receive it. When you hear your own voice, you will be able to connect with your heart's truth. You will know when it is right to remain in a group or when you need to withdraw in order to work with others who resonate at a more appropriate vibration and perhaps more in harmony with your own. Not every collaboration will be long-term. Sometimes the learning will be short, sharp, and possibly even painful before it turns into the wisdom that is gained from that experience. And at other times, the journey will be more loving, supportive, and harmonious. This is neither better nor worse, just different. This oracle comes with particular guidance for you at this phase of your life path and your creative journey. You are no longer to think of yourself as a lone wolf. Yes, you have your unique path to tread, but you now have tasks to accomplish for your own growth and the greater good that require more than a one-man band. You will still do your own work, of course. However, others are on the way to help you. There is only so much a single drop of water can do on its own. Though it's precious, together those drops can become a wave and make a considerable impact on the world. You are a part of a wave of loving consciousness, and you are meant to be exploring collaborative dreams, healing relationships, and conscious communities. Some connections will be short-lived and perhaps involve some learning experiences that you are hopeful of never needing to repeat. Others will be longer-term loves. Either way, you will emerge more of yourself and more in connection with the world that wants your ideas, presence, energy, and light. This oracle brings a message to those of you that are involved in a group and are struggling over whether to continue or let go and move on. You're asked to trust your heart and not to allow any group to become more powerful than the wisdom of your own heart. Always allow the sacred rebel within you to question authority. Is it loving and wise authority, or is it coming from a place of fear-based control? Look to your heart's wisdom to discern whether your involvement in a group is healthy or not. Sometimes a group can only receive so much of our energy before it is time to move on. Sometimes a group is not receiving us at all, but we feel that we are meant to be a guiding hand in it for a period of time, before our hearts urge us to let go. Ask for guidance. Trust in the feelings that come clear to you over time, and you will know what to do. You must always trust your own voice above any other. Okay, sorry, that was a really long message, but there was a lot of information in that, right? So, Sagittarius, you may have experienced this throughout your lifetime where maybe you've wanted to do something on your own, right? But in some way, shape, or form, you've ended up working in groups, working in collaborative projects with other people, whether this be at home, at work, in hobbies, I'm not sure. But this is what's happening, and it happens purposely. It happens because you are... One, you're learning and experiencing and growing through the challenges that come from working in a group setting, right? But you're also teaching others too as well. You have a lot of fire, Sagittarius, lots of fire. And I see your energy as like the philosopher, right? The person that like will question any authority and will challenge any belief or any statement to find what's truth, right? To find the real truth. So I think you also help in that aspect of things when working in groups, right? You are that rebel that challenges anything that doesn't feel like ultimate truth for the greater good of everybody, right? You could also be working in positions, like you might find yourself in positions where you're leading people, you're leading groups, right? Yeah. Okay, so with your first cards out, I'm not really sure how these are tying in, just kind of glancing at them. So we're going to read through and see what exactly this message is saying. I'm kind of scratching my head a little bit on it. Before I jump in, though, I want to share with you. I had already pre-shuffled and pulled your cards yesterday, Sagittarius. I had planned on recording your reading yesterday, but I had some things come up and I was not able to do that, right? But I shuffled and pulled them out and laid them here on the desk. And I kind of glanced over those and the message that came out in those cards. Excuse me. The message that came out in those cards, it seemed to me that like your hero within you was wanting you to not pay so much attention to the thoughts and opinions of others, right? I felt like that reading was showing a lot of just like pressure from other people. I can't remember all of it because, like I said, I just glanced. But then today when I sat down to actually read your cards, I was like told like, no, start over. Put those away, start over, right? So that's what I did. I put those away and I started over. And I'm kind of seeing a little bit of that still because of the collaborative dreaming here. So I don't know if you're facing some type of obstacle with working in these group settings or if there's challenges there, or if you're trying to take on too much, Sagittarius, because your first energy out is the Hangman. And the Hangman is it's an energy of slowing down, like coming to a complete stop and flipping yourself upside down to see something from a different perspective, right? So I feel like your hero within approaches you with new perspectives, right? Approaches you with maybe options to ask for help. Because next up we have Four of Swords. And this card talks about a need for rest, a need to slow down, right? And maybe you need some sleep. Maybe you're getting burnt out because you're taking on a heavy load, because you're in this position maybe of leadership and you're trying to do it all on your own. Like this first card was saying, like this is not a one-man band, right? But you're learning to really ask for help, I feel. Because, like, if you notice here, outside of this window, as this person lays here and rests, there's people outside of this window with all this color here. There's not a lot of color going on here. So that to me signifies, like, there's not much action happening. But out here, there's all this color and it's red and yellow. So that's more like fiery energy, right? Action-oriented energy. So it's like other people working while you take a moment to rest, right? Other people being available to help you. I feel like, too, in this time of rest, when these new perspectives are coming in, it is the perspectives of the people around you. Look how the colors are matching up with the Hangman and the colors in this window. So it's like in your state of rest, these new perspectives are coming in and you're allowing them, right? You're creating a space for them. Because next we have the Six of Pentacles, and this is really, really strong about giving and receiving. It's about humbling yourself in order to open up to receive from others, right? And also giving to others what you can help with. This person here holds the scales of justice as well. So it's like a karmic type of energy as well. So, again, you're really learning to work with others, to be able to see the value in what others' ideas are, what others can bring to the table, for you to receive, and then you're also giving that as well. really coming from a balanced place. Giving to the needy, I'm also seeing here. Like, also, maybe you're working in, or you're being called to work in some type of, I don't know, like something, maybe helping the homeless or doing some type of charity work or something like that. Maybe you're thinking of doing some type of, I don't know, some type of charity work is coming through. Then next up here in the middle of your story, we have Temperance. So, I feel like, you know, I feel like you're literally learning to find the balance between, you know, what you're able, like saying yes to things or saying no to things. What else am I getting here? Also, like balancing your emotions as well here with all this water and this Temperance card. This is a huge guardian angel as well, like a big giant angel. So I feel like your guides are with you. You're being guided. Your angels are helping you to bring yourself into this state of balance. I want to read real quick the Temperance to see if there's anything else coming out. Okay, it says, okay, blending your energies of masculine and feminine energies, like finding the balance between the two, right? Having patience, finding a neutral ground also, right? I think that's really important too when working in groups, right? Walking the middle path. So Temperance is the alchemist of life, and it calls you to create your purposeful blend using moderation and patience as ingredients. Where are you focusing your energy? Have you been overdoing it in your social life? Is your energy feeling depleted by others? Are you focusing too much on the material things or too much on spiritual things? Like, are you like overdoing it in certain areas? It's just saying, like, don't do drastic, don't do all or nothing choices. It's your heart is really wanting to push you in a direction. I think there is a choice you're needing to make, because next up we have Two of Wands, right? Two of Wands to me, Two of Wands is like, it's like dreamy, it's like daydreamy type of energy. It's also like planning, right? Because he's already got his hand on his wand, like he's holding his wand. He's also holding a globe in his hand. So it's like mapping out your path. Yeah, just making plans, organizing things. Also, like looking out over the waters, like looking out, understanding that it might not be an easy journey. There may be rivers that you're needing to cross. There may be emotional turbulence that's happening through this decision, right? Like in making this choice. But I think that before you can make this choice on whatever this group setting is, whether it's to work in a group, whether you're already working in a group and you're thinking about leaving this group, ultimately I think you're still going to find yourself working in another group setting if you do leave this group. But I think your heart, your hero within wants you to slow down, take a break, take a rest, take a nap. Because there are some insights that are wanting to come through. There's information that you're needing to see. There's something here that can give to you, and then you can also turn around and give back to others with. Because once you make this choice, then there's like a rush of energy that comes in. It's going to be quick. It's going to be fast. It's going to be like hustle and bustle. So you're needing to slow down for a minute, because in the future you're going to need this energy, right, to be able to take off on this journey. At the bottom of the deck we had, I want to see. There's a lot at the bottom of this deck. We have Five of Cups, the Lovers, Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, and Knight of Swords. I don't know. I think that maybe you're feeling a little bit emotional and torn a little bit right now. Maybe feeling like it's just not coming together in the ways that you would hope. Because we've got Lovers with Five of Cups, so this could be like in that connection. Lovers doesn't always have to be a romantic relationship. It could be in your romantic relationships that you experience this, but I really feel like this is more like when you're in that collaborative energy with others, like there's something because you have Three of Swords, the Moon, to me, this is like fears around like pain, possible heartbreak, possible loss, like fear of losing something. I really don't think that you're going to be losing out on anything like what this card was saying in the beginning. Like, not everybody is meant to be in our lives eternally, right? Like, sometimes they're just meant to be there for a short time. And even if there is heartbreak in the situation, in the relationships, in those settings, ultimately it brings you into growth. It brings you into transformation, because you had the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, Knight of Swords, Empress, and Judgment, right? So to me, that's saying like it might slow you down a little bit, right? The Knight of Pentacles, it does slow you down because you do need rest, right? You need to slow down. I feel like maybe you try to do things on your own. You try to do a lot of things on your own, but it's like there's people around you that can help. There's people coming in towards you as well. Because this Knight of Swords, this is another fast-paced energy, like rushing in towards you, bringing some type of message or information. It's regarding, it's like a wake-up call for something, Sagittarius, regarding your, the Empress is, when I think of the Empress, I think of like a hierarchy, or I think of like corporations, right? Like the Empress would be like the CEO of the company, right? But I feel like it's this news that's coming in. It may be a person coming in, an Empress coming towards you, bringing some type of information that's positive, right? It's positive. And it is going to bring some type of financial abundance, but it's Something regarding working in a group setting. I don't really know what that's talking about, Sagittarius, but I think I'm going to end it there for now. We'll pull a message from the Enchanted map here and see where this is taking you. Where are you ending up here with this for Sagittarius? Go ahead and comment down below, guys. Like, I would love to know what this is exactly talking about. But I feel like your hero, the journey of your hero every time pulls you back into a space of working with others in collaboration with other people. Where's this taking Sagittarius, Spirit? Dragon's Lair. I think Cancer got that card as well. You might have Cancer in your chart or be dealing with a Cancer. I do know when this card came out for Cancer, it's kind of like a warning sign a little bit, but we'll read from the book and see. Oh, wrong book. Dragon's Lair. It's like a caution, right? That there's going to be challenge. Because, I mean, how are you going to get in this dragon's castle without fighting the dragon first, right? So it says, you are always protected and divinely directed. You have remarkable internal warning systems that let you know when things are out of alignment. You are about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to your core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. Yeah, so Sagittarius, I do feel like there is like a choice that is coming through for you. I don't know if a person is coming towards you. This Empress energy, you know, I don't know if that's someone coming towards you to bring in some information about something that you're going to need to make a choice on. Now, what it is it's something, I feel like it's something new that you haven't quite experienced before. But I think the hero within is calling you to do it. It might be some new job opportunity where you are working in collaboration with other people, working in group settings. But like the hero within you again wants you to be in a space where you can accept help from others, right? So that is all I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Again, feel free to hit that like button, give me a follow if you haven't already, or comment down below how the reading resonated. Otherwise, if you were interested in the Patreon community, go ahead and click that link in the description box below, and I will see you in the extended reading. Thanks. Bye, guys.